Most people only think about their finances when they're in trouble, but by then, it's often too late. In this video, I'm going to show you how good financial planning can prevent terrible trouble and help you grow your wealth. Hey there, my name is Mel, and I want to talk to you about something that's really important, but that many people don't think about it until it's too late. Your finances. But before going on, welcome back to 𝐅𝐢𝐧𝐚𝐧𝐞, where we all get to talk about successful financial management. Stick around to the end to see if anything will be helpful and applicable to you. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share as a way of supporting us. And you see that notification icon down there? Yes, click on that for notifications whenever we post more money-saving tips for you. Moving back, many people only think about their money when they're in trouble, but by then, it's often too late. In this video, I'm going to show you how good financial planning can prevent terrible trouble and help you grow your wealth over time. Now is a good time to consider emergency preparedness in your finances. Doing so might help you avoid long-term upheaval, lessen stress, and put you in a better position to withstand any emergency, whether it's a family calamity, a hurricane, or an international economic crisis. Key takeaways could be, you may never know when an emergency might occur, so it's better to have a strategy in place to get you through one. Because of the normal bust and boom cycles of the economy, there will always be downturns. To prepare, save an emergency fund, make sure your insurance is adequate, create a budget and pay down debt, and create a will and designate a financial and medical power of attorney. Even though it's difficult to predict when or if a recession will occur, downturns inevitably occur as the economy cycles between booms and busts. On September 29, 2008, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, or DJIA, plummeted 777.68 points, or 6.98% in intraday trading, which was at the time. In 2020, when the United States first recognized the gravity of the economic crisis and lockdown, and that a recession was inevitable, the markets experienced massive drops that make the 2008 financial calamity seem insignificant. On March 9, when the Dow fell 2,013.76 points, a 7.79% drop, the market collapsed as 2020 started. On March 11, the Dow lost 1,464.94 points to close 20.3% down from its February 12 high, signaling a bear market and the end of the 11-year bull market that began in March 2009. On March 12, the Dow dropped another 2,352.6 points, or 9.99%. On March 16, Dow lost 2,997.10 points, or 12.93%. Throughout 2020 and into 2021, the markets rebounded as optimism about vaccines and a global economic recovery took hold. But an event like the 2020 crisis shows that bear markets can arise even amidst an otherwise healthy economy. We may never know when an emergency will occur, whether it's a hurricane, earthquake, or your own changing financial or medical scenario. It is worthwhile to have a strategy in place that can assist you and your loved ones get through the difficulty. It's never too late to prepare for an emergency. When you're prepared, it's simpler to react and adapt in an emergency. Start by examining your financial situation. Pay attention to your income, savings, investments, net worth, and debt. If you're like most people, your financial health could be better. Here are a few areas where you may improve. Make a budget and stick to it. Most individuals are aware of how much money they have coming in, but seeing where your funds go might be startling. Consider ways to save money if feasible. Is it really necessary for you? Do you already own something that could work? Do you truly desire this, then the ability to maintain financial stability? Make saving and investing a certain amount of your income each month a priority. Set aside money to help make it happen and check in with yourself once a year. It's never too late to begin, but you'll get more time for your money to grow if you start early. Remember, economic downturns are only temporary. Consider long-term and don't be hasty. Be certain that now is the best time to invest even more. Invest any extra money you have and do not sell your assets during these times. Organize your important documents so you know where to find them in an emergency. Consider putting your hard-to-replace documents, collectibles, and heirlooms in a safe deposit box. Since you can't access a safe deposit box 24/7, however, put nothing in it you might need in a hurry, such as a passport or the only copy of a living will, advanced medical directive, or durable power of attorney. Improve your credit score. Lenders favor the most solid borrowers during a recession. You'll be able to get better terms and rates if you have a higher credit rating. If you're physically or mentally unable to handle your responsibilities, designate a financial power of attorney who can authorize financial transactions on your behalf. Financial planners advise that you should have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in an emergency fund. It's a good idea to save even more if you can. Keep in mind that your emergency fund should only be used in the event of a genuine emergency, such as to keep you going while unemployed, recovering from a natural disaster, or dealing with medical expenses. If you don't have an emergency fund, or if you've already spent it, you may need to raise funds as soon as feasible. Here are some options for doing so. Examine your house and garage for items that may be sold. Put up your items on a marketplace like Facebook, eBay, ThredUp, OfferUp, Letgo, or have a yard sale to get rid of them. Take a loan from your IRA. You may be able to borrow money from your 401k for a short period of time, and you should try to pay it back on time. The maximum amount you can borrow from your 401k plan is either 50% of your vested balance or $50,000, whichever is lower. Borrow from friends or family. However, this might put a strain on friendships and family ties. Keep your promises carefully and always fulfill them. Earn extra cash. Work extra hours at your existing job if it still exists, ask for that long-awaited raise, or find a side hustle. With working from home on the rise, many job sites such as FlexJobs advertise flexible hours, remote contracts, or part-time jobs. Websites like Upwork and Freelancer have abundant freelance gigs for many skills. So does TaskRabbit. You can't take advantage of tax-deferred compounding on funds you borrow from your 401k. It's a lot easier to deal with an emergency if you don't have a lot of debt. Borrowing for a college, a house, or a small business, for example, may help you build your net worth. Bad debts occur when you borrow money to gain something that does not appreciate in value or create income, such as automobiles, apparel, and most credit card debt. Bad debt is always a bad idea, whether it's an emergency or not. However, if you can't pay your bills due to an emergency, you might take out a low-interest loan to consolidate higher-interest debt. For example, if you prove that a medical provider has refused to accept your insurance coverage or bill, you might be eligible for debt forgiveness. You may also request debt settlement in which a lender accepts part of your debt. Ask your lender about debt relief programs. Insurance is an important consideration in emergency preparation. Check your insurance coverage, property, health, life, automobile, and umbrella policies to be sure you have the level of protection and to make any necessary changes. Consider whether it makes sense for you to purchase disability insurance that would help replace earned income if you become too disabled to work. You may save money on your premiums by taking advantage of any available discounts, such as buying both your vehicle and house insurance together. It's a good idea to contact your insurance provider once a year, for example, when you receive your renewal notice in the mail, to make sure you're not losing out on any specials. One of the most crucial aspects of your overall healthcare is ensuring you have adequate health insurance. To prepare for emergencies, it's critical to have a medical power of attorney, which is a legal document that gives one individual the authority to act for or on behalf of someone else. It's critical to note that a minor child must obtain permission from someone over the age of 18 in order to get medical information on his or her own. For example, if your adult kid becomes disabled, you'll need a medical power of attorney to make decisions in his or her stead. So, as well as ensuring that you've assigned someone authority in the event of a tragedy, make sure your grown kids and other family members have these papers ready. Everyone needs a will, even if you're not old yet. A will is a legal document that describes your preferences. If you die without having a will, your wishes may not be carried out, and the court will take control of your estate and charge additional costs. You'll also want to include a living will in your estate plan, which is a separate document and important. It describes your preferences for medical care if you become incapacitated, including whether you wish to be revived and if life support should be utilized to extend your life. Even if you're ready for an emergency, it's still stressful and difficult. But if you haven't prepared, it can be much more difficult. Emergencies, whether natural disasters, sickness, or recessions, are all but unavoidable. Therefore, preparing for them as best as possible makes sense. A person or company may consider that strategy if they need to take a long-term approach because they know they will have time to prepare. In such cases, you'll be able to minimize the effect and reduce your stress while also being in a better position to ride out the situation. Thanks for watching. We really hope that you picked a few things up. Please remember to like and share this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell icon to be notified if a new video comes up. See you again next time.